Okay, doctors, let's continue. Let's go to the subject-verb agreement. What the meaning of subject-verb agreement? In a sentence, the subject and the verb must agree. This means that if the subject is singular, the verb cannot be plural and vice versa. Okay, and this is known as a subject-verb agreement. Let's check the rules of the subject-verb agreement. Number one, a verb agrees with its subject in number, which means that if the subject is singular, it takes a singular verb, and if the subject is plural, it takes a plural verb. For example, the patient was hospitalized 2 days ago. The patient was. Was here is the verb, and the verb must agree with the subject in number, and the number is the subject is the patient, and this one is in the singular form, so the verb will be in the singular form. The patient was. He smokes 40 cigarettes per day. He smokes. He here is the subject, and in the singular form, smokes, the verb must agree with the subject in number, so he smokes. We cannot say he smoked, okay? He smokes 40 cigarettes per day. Number two, the number of the subject, singular or plural, is not changed by words that come between the subject and the verb. For example, one of the medications was effective. The medications here, okay, come between the subject and the verb, but this one will never affect the subject, okay? We are talking here about one of the medications. We are not talking about all the medications, okay? One of the medications was effective, as the verb must agree with the subject in number, and here we are talking about just one of the medications, so the verb will be in the singular form. We are not talking about all the medications. Number three, some subjects always take a singular verb, even though the meaning may seem plural. These subjects always take singular verbs. Each, someone, either, anyone, neither, nobody, one, somebody, no one, anybody, everyone. These subjects always take singular verbs. For example, no one of the family members is overweight. No one of the family members is overweight. Is here is a verb, must agree with the subject and number, so no one always takes singular verbs, so no one is overweight. Neither of the family members is diabetic. Neither of the family members is diabetic. See here, neither and either all the time takes singular verb, so is agrees with neither in number. Number four, subjects joined by and are plural. For example, Maria and her mother are being discharged from our hospital in care today. Maria and her mother, plural, and the verb must agree with the subject in number, okay? And so the verb must be in the plural form. Are being discharged and are being discharged, this one is in the passive voice, as you know, the passive form. The second point, subject joined by or nor, take a verb that agreed with the last subject, okay? For example, neither Smith or George is being discharged. Neither Smith or George is being discharged. The verb must agree with the last subject, not the first one, okay? So here, George is singular, and the verb will be in the singular form. Neither Smith or George is being discharged. Neither Smith nor his brothers are autistic. Neither Smith nor his brothers are autistic. The verb must agree with the last subject, not the first one, and the last subject here is his brothers, okay? So are autistic, as this one is in plural form, so the verb must agree with the subject in number. Will be in the plural form, not the singular one. Number five, there are usually singular when the amount is considered as one unit. For example, $5 is too much to ask. $5 is too much to ask. We're not saying $5 are too much to ask. This will be wrong. $5 is, not are. 10 days is not nearly enough time for him to be cured. Okay, 10 days is, not are. Okay, so let's recap again quickly, guys. Doctors, I'm sorry. Okay, so number one, a verb agrees with its subject in number. Singular subjects take singular verbs, and the plural subjects take plural verbs, okay? The number of the subject, singular or plural, is not changed by words that come between the subject and the verb. Like one of the medications was effective, okay? Here we are talking about just one of the medications, not all the medications, so the verb must agree with the subject. One of the medications was effective. These subjects always take singular verbs, each someone, either, anyone, neither, nobody, one, somebody, no one, anybody, and everyone. Subjects joined by and are plural, and subjects joined by or nor take a verb that agree with the last subject, not the first one. There and here are never subjects in the sentence which start with there and here. You will found you found the subject letter on in the sentence. Expressions of time, money, measurement, and weight are usually singular when the amount is considered as 1 unit. That's all for the subject-verb agreement. If you have any question, open your mic.